Fake memories. You probably think your memories are sacred little video clips stored in some mental hard drive, right? Yeah, no. Your brain is more like that one unreliable film editor who keeps changing scenes just to make himself look better. Every time you remember something, your brain actually recreates it from scratch, like repainting a picture instead of taking out a photograph. Which means every time you recall your first kiss, or that argument you totally won, your brain might be quietly rewriting the script to make you look like the hero. It's called memory reconsolidation, and it's one of the most disturbing things about human consciousness. Worse, your emotions at the time of remembering actually change the memory itself. So if you were calm remembering a sad event, you might slowly erase how sad it really felt. But if you're anxious remembering something small, your brain can exaggerate it, like a horror movie getting a budget upgrade. Scientists found that witnesses in crime trials often remember things that never happened, especially if they were asked leading questions. And once the brain edits a detail, good luck fixing it. It's basically canon now. So next time you say, "I remember it perfectly," just know you're lying, but politely. Basically, your brain is the worst documentary filmmaker of all time, and you're the only audience member. Addicted to pain. You'd think your brain wants you to be happy. Nope. Turns out, your brain is more like that one toxic friend who thrives on drama. When you stress out, spiral into worry, or replay a fight for the 50th time in your head, your brain actually releases dopamine. Yeah, the same chemical that rewards you for eating cake or checking your phone. It's like your neurons are saying, "Oh, you're catastrophizing again? Nice, have a treat." This weird little betrayal is part of how negative reinforcement loops work. The brain learns that obsessing over bad stuff gives a sense of control, even if that control is imaginary. That's why doom scrolling feels productive when it's literally rotting your serotonin. From an evolutionary standpoint, this made sense. Cavemen who overanalyzed every shadow in the dark were less likely to become tiger food. But in modern life, it just means you panic every time someone takes longer than usual to reply to your text. So if you've ever wondered why you can't stop worrying even when you know it's pointless, blame your reward system. Your brain is literally giving you a gold star for suffering. Basically, you're addicted to your own misery, and your brain's the dealer. Time lies. Ever had a day that felt like it lasted forever, and another that vanished in a blink? Congratulations, your internal clock is broken. Your brain doesn't actually measure time. It feels time, and those feelings are ridiculously easy to hack. When something new or emotional happens, your brain releases more dopamine and stores more sensory detail, tricking you into thinking time moved slower. That's why childhood summers felt endless, and your adult years vanish like deleted browser history. Meanwhile, repetitive routines make your brain run on autopilot, skipping the boring parts. Your mind literally edits out chunks of your life for efficiency. Like, you've brushed your teeth 8,000 times before. We'll skip this episode. This is also why car crashes, near-death experiences, or panic attacks make time feel slow. Your brain's processing overload creates the illusion of slow motion, even though nothing actually changed. So yeah, time flies when you're having fun, but mostly because your brain stopped recording. Basically, your sense of time is a hallucination that your brain updates whenever it feels like it. Fake reality. Here's a creepy one. Your brain doesn't actually know the difference between something real and something you just vividly imagine. When you picture biting into a lemon, your mouth waters. When you think about falling from a tall building, your stomach flips. That's because your brain activates the same neural circuits for imagined experiences as it does for real ones. It's basically running a simulation, one so convincing that your body reacts physically. This is why athletes visualize before games, and why anxiety feels like an actual physical threat. Your brain can't be bothered to check if the danger is real. It just hits the alarm button. It's lazy like that. Even your dreams can rewrite your waking emotions. Ever had a dream where someone wronged you and you wake up mad at them all day? Yeah, your brain doesn't know it was fiction. To it, that betrayal was canon. The line between imagination and experience is blurrier than anyone wants to admit. You're constantly living in a version of reality that's half true, half fan fiction written by your nervous system. Basically, you're starring in a mental movie so realistic even the director forgot it's fake. Split mind. Most people think the left brain versus right brain thing is just a meme. But deep down, your brain really does have two personalities, and they don't always get along. In split brain studies, when scientists literally cut the bridge, the corpus callosum, between the two hemispheres, something insane happened. Each side started acting independently. The left brain could talk, but the right brain controlled the left hand, and sometimes they'd fight. Like, one hand would button a shirt while the other unbuttoned it. Even in a normal brain, the hemispheres argue quietly all the time. Your left side loves logic, order, and language. Your right side runs on emotion, music, and intuition. The constant compromise between them is you. When you feel torn about a decision, that's not metaphorical. That's literally two chunks of your brain debating whose instincts to trust. So next time, you can't decide between eating healthy and ordering pizza, just remember, that's a civil war happening inside your skull. Basically, your head is a two-party system, and neither side knows what the other's doing. Memory wipe. You probably think when someone fades from memory, it's poetic. It's not. It's biology, and it's ruthless. When a person stops showing up in your life, your brain starts deleting them. Literally. Neurons that once lit up when you saw their face, heard their voice, or smelled their shampoo begin to disconnect. It's called synaptic pruning, and your brain does it to save space, like cleaning out a storage drive full of old memes. That's why heartbreak feels so physically painful. Your brain's reward circuits and pain centers overlap, so losing emotional attachment hurts the same way as a broken bone. You're not being dramatic. Your brain's just detoxing from another human being. The worst part? Your brain can't tell the difference between "this person died" and "this person stopped texting." The withdrawal symptoms are basically the same, but this brutal efficiency has a purpose. It helps you adapt. If the brain didn't prune, you'd drown in outdated emotional data. Still, knowing your mind is casually deleting people like a passive-aggressive computer update? Disturbing. Basically, your brain's motto is, if they stop showing up, they stop existing. No free will. You think you make your own choices, like which shirt to wear or whether to text your ex. But the truth? Your brain decides before you even realize it. In experiments, scientists measured brain activity seconds before people consciously chose to press a button. The decision had already been made. Their awareness just caught up later. Your sense of control is more like a delayed news broadcast. Your brain runs countless calculations subconsciously, weighing memories, emotions, and instincts. Then, when it finally spits out an answer, it pretends you chose it. The illusion of free will keeps you from having an existential meltdown every morning. Even scarier, when your conscious mind disagrees with what your brain already decided, it fabricates reasons afterward to justify it. You'll say, "I just felt like it," but what you really mean is, "My neurons told me to, and I'm improvising the logic now." So yeah, you're technically piloting your life, but your brain's the autopilot, and you're just the in-flight entertainment. Basically, your free will is more like a customer service rep for decisions your brain already made. Built-in lies. Your brain loves lying to you. Not big, obvious lies. Tiny ones that make your world feel safer, cleaner, and less horrifying. For example, your eyes have a literal blind spot where the optic nerve connects to your retina. There's a hole in your vision right now, but you can't see it because your brain fills it in with fake imagery. That's right. You're hallucinating part of your reality all the time. It doesn't stop there. When you read jumbled words like "yo kne raid tease," your brain corrects them automatically. It prefers plausible fiction over uncomfortable confusion. And when something traumatic happens, it can even rewrite the memory entirely, not to deceive you, but to protect you from breaking down. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance reduction. When your brain bends truth just enough so that everything feels consistent. It's like emotional Photoshop. Not perfect, but good enough to keep you functional. The irony? The smarter you are, the better your brain is at lying to you. Intelligent people are often better at rationalizing, explaining away red flags, and rewriting their own narratives. So when you say, "I'm fine," there's a good chance your brain's whispering, "We'll make it true later." Basically, your brain is both the con artist and the victim, and they're both wearing the same face. Don't trust your memory. Just remember to subscribe.